Good morning. Welcome to another video. I am in paradise, as you can see, making my annual run to go after the Arctic Grayling. It's about a 2-hour drive from my house, north and west. Hoping that this is an educational and informative video to just show you guys how to catch what is a bucket list fish for a lot of people, but they're really not that hard to catch. I've always done really well here. We're going to break down how to catch them on a regular tackle, how to catch them on the fly rod. I'm using fly rod exclusively today, and we'll break it all down. Let's go catch some fish. This ought to be really fun. Thanks for watching. First throw. Hey, they're just rising all over. There's a bunch of babies just smashing little dark colored midges, so I threw on a small parachute Adams, and first throw got bit in 3 seconds. And we're going to show you one in the first 3 seconds, and I'm not even going to net it. Yeah, if it comes off, it's okay. And there you go. Let me get my hands wet here. All right. And they get bigger than that. They don't get huge in here. We'll talk about that, but they get bigger than this one. You can see that little parachute Adams it took. So we hope to show you a lot bigger ones than this. But that gets us on board. See you, buddy. All right. Cast number 2. That was a hit. Oh, gosh. This will be a pretty fun day, I think. There's a fish. I think he's too small to take it. Gosh. Fish. I literally think the first 4 hits right there, they were too small to take it. So that's what, 5 casts and 2 fish. Oh my gosh. We got another one. And as they get larger, we'll net them, but I'm not even gonna net this one. Another baby. Arctic Grayling. Classic thing you do with these guys is spread out that dorsal fin for the colors. They're just so awesome. I love these guys. Oh, this guy choked this one. The parachute Adams has always done well here. So is black on the surface. Ants, beetles, even like a Griffith's gnat. Always done well with darker bugs on the surface. But I mean, this is too fun. We'll go ahead and catch a dozen of these and then go below the surface, because I've always found a little bit bigger ones below the surface. And here is another top of the snoot with the parachute Adams. So today, got the 8'5" weight. If I were to do anything else, it'd be a 3 or 4 weight. I get that, but the reason I have the 5 weight is I'm bank fishing, shore fishing, and there's a ton of trees, as you can see. So sometimes I just want a little bit extra backbone on the roll cast. You could do ultra light regular tackle and spinning gear here, of course. I've done really well with like just a 2-inch swim bait, you know, almost like a marabou crappie jig. I suppose you could cast master rooster tail, but remember, they have really soft mouths. You can just rip the hook right out of their mouths. So there's kind of an art and a finesse to the hook set. It's a really light, easy hook set. You know, Arctic Grayling have really soft mouths. What else am I doing today? I've got a 4-pound fluorocarbon leader to hopefully be a little bit more invisible in the water, and that's cast in this dry fly just fine. You know, I would want a tapered leader if I was throwing a little further, but it's doing the job here just fine. If I were to go anything else, I'd probably go 3-pound. You know, I wouldn't go 5-pound. You want light line here and light tackle. You know, the nymphs we're going to use are going to be size 18 to 20. Always done well with kind of like general attractor type nymphs. Hasn't never been a match the hatch situation for me. Just general attractor type nymphs, just like how I'm using a parachute Adams right now, attractor dry. There's just clobbering it. But that's the play today. Yeah, like I say, I always found the bigger ones to be below the surface, so we'll see if we can get a few more on top, pushing in the right direction, and then go with an indicator rig and a couple nymphs. This ought to be a lot of fun. fish. A little bit bigger one rising over here. You can actually see their signature dorsal fin sometimes when they take a bug on the surface. It's so pretty. Kind of get a feel for their size. A little bit bigger one over here. Arctic Grayling get plenty big in Canada and Alaska, but they're not big in Colorado. 14 to 16 inches here is a monster. Absolute monster. Biggest I've ever caught. You know, I feel really good about a 12-inch fish out of here. So there's some big ones, don't get me wrong, but they don't get that big in Colorado like they do up north of here. And there's some trout in here too, although I've never caught one. This is probably the, I don't know, 7th or 8th trip that I've made up here, and I've always caught several. Never found them difficult. Always found them eager to catch, eager to eat, and just on a variety of general attractor flies. It's a hoot, an absolute hoot. It's just fun. But if there's trout in here, I've never caught one, but apparently there's some cutthroat trout in here, and I'm having them either miss it right now a couple times, or they're so small I can't even hook them. Oh, it's so fun. Let's get one here. Come on, fish. But this little Parachute Adams size 20 is just perfect right now. We're talking early July here right now, and we're talking about a lake that's only been ice off for what, a month, 5 weeks max. So this thing is frozen over 7-8 months of the year, so they're very excitable. And like right at ice off or pre-ice is an incredible time to fish for trout on flat water, but these guys seem to like it to warm up a little bit. July is a good time to be here. They seem to kind of perk up a little bit when the water gets a little bit warmer, as opposed to that classic like ice off. So, you know, I waited to come up here. I have a busy month of coaching in June, but I mean, I waited to come up here until it warmed up just a little bit, hoping they were a little bit more turned on. Fish on. And another teeny one. They are really in here by the thousands. We won't with this guy either, but first one, he took the nymph. Okay, so we'll go ahead and show you this guy. That little teeny, called a lightning bug nymph right there. Little Arctic Grayling. Fish on. And we continue with the small Arctic Grayling bite, and ooh, the leech. Okay, interesting. One on the mini leech. I've never caught this many tiny ones, but that's okay. But this one choked the mini leech, as you can see, so that's a good sign. Okay, so we can get this baby guy in the sun. Oh, he's gonna fall out. That's okay. See you, buddy. As far as the health of this fishery, I've never seen so many tiny ones come out of here. So this one's maybe a little better. I don't think so, but never seen so many teeny ones come out of here. Oh, this one's a little better. Okay, so we'll maybe got the first one we'll actually even net. Not that you'd have to, but yeah, a little bit better. Biggest of the day, and it's not big, but biggest of the day, and it took the nymph. So the lightning bug nymph. Okay. They're fighting good. No, I won't net this, but it's okay. If he comes off, that's fine, but moving in the right direction, maybe more like standard size with this one. So moving in the right direction. Look at that dorsal. It's gorgeous. There you go. So biggest of the day so far is not much to brag about, but we'll still take it. See you, buddy. Fish on. Our baby. We still haven't netted one, but that's okay. And that's another on the leech. Sweet. There you go. And another. And also on the leech. All right, the leech is catching up to the nymph now. All right, buddy. You wanted it. Pretty little baby. See, buddy? Here's a better one. A little better. At least like average size for this lake is my guess. Still small. Moving a little more in the right direction. I still haven't even netted one, but a little bit better fish, and he chose the leech, and I was hoping the leech would draw in a little bit better ones. You can see the leech there. See if I can get the morning sun on this guy here and the signature dorsal fin. See you, buddy. Got that just glass condition, so twitching has really helped a lot. That one I didn't have to twitch, but and this one's gonna also be a little better. It's a fish. Oh, this time the bead. Okay. And no, it's actually really small, but it's a landed fish, and I've lost track. That's a dozen or so in the first 30-40 minutes. There's what you want, top of the snoot with that nymph. I better kiss this little beauty. Mwah. See, buddy. Twitch. Twitch. Come on, fish. Gonna find these guys, big brothers. You know they're in here. They don't get huge in here, but they get bigger than the ones I've caught. In fact, these are the smallest I've ever caught, but not really even a complaint. Good sign for the fishery, I would say, but my gosh, are they tiny today. And I'm doing what I always do too, so not changing anything from what I've done in the past, but tiny, tiny, tiny. There's one, and see a little better? Not really, but we'll take them. That's the same as all of them. They fight hard. They certainly fight hard, and that's another on the bead. The bead is outperforming the leech by about 2 to 1 right now, which is slightly outperforming the leech at the moment. And there's another. Oh, come on, buddy. That's maybe the smallest of the day. Fish. It's gonna look like all the others. He chose the bottom fly, the nymph. Okay. And we still haven't netted one, but that's all right, because he played the game. But are these small this year? Wow. Okay, fish on. And the first one in the main lake out of that cove is a little better. So that's going in the right direction. That's still a small grayling, but he chose the leech. So that's going a little bit better. And this will be a pretty one to look at. So we'll go ahead and net it. All right. All right, leech in the snoot. That fell out, but maybe a good specimen to really show off some colors. Colors are more dramatic when they're a little bit bigger. And an absolutely gorgeous one here. These guys are just remarkable. I mean, just remarkable fish. And that signature dorsal fin. Look at the colors on the dorsal. Isn't that just crazy cool? Wow. See, buddy? We got clear water swimming off. It'll get better than that. Whew. Better fish. Better fish. Actually trying to bend. Always foul hooked, and they always are when you think it's a better fish. That's when they're foul hooked. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Coming in by the tail. Shoot, foul hooked fish always feel bigger. And we will be really quick with this one. Fish on. And beat again. This one is not foul hooked. And it also does not need the net. There you go. Lightning bug nymph in the top of the snoot. Come on, buddy. See you, pal. Fish on. And slightly better. Or not. Yeah, slightly better. Will jump for me. Nymph again. All right. We won't net him either. Come on, buddy. There we go. There we go. Pretty little inlet here. And obviously a good spot to fish. There is another. Tearing up this little leech right here. See, buddy. Fish on. Baby Arctic Grayling on. And this will be the last one I show you. I'm well over 30 now. I actually started targeting this size. Get my hands wet. Just for fun. Because I'm rocking just the olive leech right now. And there you go. Olive leech in the top of the snoot. So these guys that are biting, so I just caught like 8 more. Just working the leech, twitching the leech. See, buddy. So much fun. That'll be the last one I show you, though. That was a really, really, really fun day. But we are going to move on. See if we can find something that can bend the rod more than these guys. But oh my gosh, that was fun. Literally just saving the GoPro battery and just enjoying it, toying with these little guys. All right, so I mean, that was a lot of action. I'm gonna bail. I didn't see really a path forward to getting larger ones to bite. I've never seen so many this small in here, but still fun. You can't argue with that kind of action. That was at least 22 dozen fish landed. It's well before noon, so I'm gonna do some exploring, try to find a fish that'll bend the rod a little bit more than these guys, but you know, this still a good time. And we kind of outlined today how a bucket list fish can be pretty easy to catch, and they're bigger than that in here, but they don't get that big. But those were small ones today, but a really good time. It's still Arctic Grayling on the fly rod. You can't beat that. So we might hit somewhere else on the way home, and we'll see what the rest of the day brings. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next video.